guys, my name's Adam if this is your first time here, and today I'm going to do a two-part series on the times that I have called 911. My hair's a little bit wet because it was all, I had a nap, and yeah, my hair, I put water in it to try to brush it a little bit, but it doesn't work. I need a haircut. You guys, I think everybody knows the fact that I don't have fucking wax in my hair means that I need a haircut. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the first time that I called 911. And the first time that I called 911 is a ridiculous story that I feel like some of you would enjoy. It probably is not the sort of thing that I should put on the internet, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. So this story takes place when I was like 19, 20-ish, when you're sort of in Canada, in Ontario, the drinking age is 19, so I was just at that age where I was legal to drink and could get into a bar, but hadn't quite mastered the art of drinking alcohol at that point. I was still living at my parents' house, and I basically decided that I was going to walk to the bar from my parents' house and pre-drink with a little concoction that I was going to take with me on the road. Little did I know that this was quite the strong concoction, and it was quite the long walk as well. And by the time that I got to the bar, or in the vicinity of the bar, I realized that I was in no shape to get into the bar, that they probably wouldn't even let me in, and I probably was about to pass out and could have fallen asleep on the street, which would have been terrible. I don't think it was winter though, so that's one good thing if it would have happened. So I decided that I was going to call my parents. And back then we didn't have cell phones. We had these things called payphones that you had to use to call people. So I found the nearest payphone and I decided to call my parents. However, being that I was completely loaded, I didn't quite have the mental capacity to dial. So I was sort of pressing buttons and just pressing random buttons and calling people and picking up and, "Hey, Mom and Dad, can you pick me up?" And the other person would go, "It's 12:30 at night, what are you doing? I don't know who the hell your parents are, leave me alone." And I'd call another one and, "Hey, Mom and Dad, can you give me a ride home? I'm too drunk to get home. It's too long of a walk." And they go, "I don't know who your parents are. Who calls the wrong number at 1 in the morning? Leave me alone. People are trying to sleep." Like anybody chooses to dial the wrong number. Although, obviously, the chances of dialing a wrong number in that situation are very high. So, eventually, I do actually get a hold of my parents. And I'm telling them, like, "Hey, I'd like to go home. I'm too drunk. I'm not going to get into the bar. And I'm afraid I'm going to pass out. Can you guys come pick me up, please? I really appreciate it. I'm in really rough shape." And while I'm explaining this to my parents, who are like, "Yeah, whatever," probably going to pick me up, all I hear is someone behind me, "Did you call 911? And I look over my shoulder and I go, "No, that must have been somebody else, officer." As there's two giant officers looking over my shoulder down at me. And then they go, "Who are you calling now?" I go, "My parents are going to give me a ride home." And they go, "How about you let us take you home tonight?" And yeah. Then they said, "You better come with me." Turns out that at some point in my drunken dialing, I drunk dialed 911 and the police decided to show up and investigate, which they have to do. I don't know how that conversation went. I don't have a whole lot of memories of that night, obviously. So yeah, that was my my drunken self back in the day. I was quite the train wreck in my day, but since then I've decided to clean up my act and have quit drinking, and yeah, I was quite, like I said, quite the train wreck in my day. Yeah, the police talked to me and they investigated, and I'm not sure if I dialed 911 or if I just dialed enough numbers that they just sort of said, "This is an emergency." But anyway, my camera is about to die, I just noticed, so that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.